So people ask about the faith element in the books, and actually the initial concept for Flight of the Earls occurred 20 years ago when I was in college. I've been knowing I was going to be a novelist since I was the age of 15. I'd written 3 books before I was 22, and I was in the midst of doing this 4th book while going to college, and God, in His infinite mercy, really kind of put a halt on it. At that time I knew the Lord, but I wasn't walking with the Lord, and so He just kind of went zzz, and said, Michael, I'm going to take you on a detour. And so I went into, from college, I went into journalism and wrote very heavily and didn't have any time to write anything else. I got into copywriting. I got involved in the business world, and then ended up starting my own marketing agency and worked that for many years. And all this while, God had put in very godly men in my life and a wonderful wife, and just kind of mashing and grinding and working. And so just a few years ago, I kind of got the message from Him that, okay, I think I could finally use you now with your writing. And so with writers, we call our books, when they're in process, we call them a work in process, a WIP. And I'm certainly still a WIP. But it's been exciting how all the doors have opened now that he's really honored it. And I would call my writing ministry, I call it preaching to the choir. I kind of feel that we have this assumption that the people in the choir, the people they're those that are very active in the church, that they're good and we don't need to spend any time with them. But I really feel that all of us as Christians have to be challenged, and challenged in a big way. And so a lot of my writing is bringing out those challenges. But at the same token, I wanted these books to be open to everyone. And I wanted, if a woman who's a believer, who's reads the book and loves it, and maybe she has an unbelieving husband, that she would feel very comfortable sharing this with them, and there's enough adventure and excitement and characters and different pieces, and I use the faith element very subtly throughout it. And so this was my hope for Heirs of Ireland and the books in the series, and I'd have to say through God's great intervention, I think it was accomplished.